now. What's wrong with you?
Tori, Jean told me the same thing. That she would keep her defenses up, that she wouldn't let any of the alters come out. Well, she was wrong.
Don't confuse me with Jean. That would be a big mistake. She hides things. I don't. I don't like secrets.
Wait. We really do have a few things to settle.
I don't think so.
Yes, we do. You see, Jean and I, we had a sort of deal going. I was going to keep quiet about the secret. And Jean, in turn, was going to keep quiet about me. She was not going to stir things up about the murder case again.
Fine, there you are.
Yes, but I have a problem. You see, I've got no insurance on this. Jean has a diary. Irene Manning's forged diary, and I don't know where it is. Do you?
Yes.
Great! Give it to me and we can forget this whole thing.
Oh, never mind about the diary. Relax.
That's easy for you to say. How do I know you won't turn against me and use the diary?
Let me explain something to you, Dorian. I have no reason to hurt you. I also have no reason not to hurt you. But what I'm going to do doesn't involve you at all. So as long as you don't get in my way, everything will be just fine. Now, I really, really, really have to go because I have a lot of things on my mind and I have a lot to get done. Had the most incredibly awful thing happen to me. I got a flat tire right on the corner of Corinth Street. Do you know where the street light is out?
Oh, isn't that just the law of nature?
Yeah. Anyway, I got sick and tired of waiting for the auto club, so I decided, hey, I can fix a flat tire. I'm a grown-up. I can do this.
Well, that mangled hand certainly proves that claim.
Yes. Thank you so much for understanding, Bo. What are you two doing here?
Well, I hate to wreck your good mood.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure another one will come along in a week or so. What's up?
Did you read that article in the paper about the break-in at the archive room down at the courthouse?
Mm-hmm.
You'll never guess what was missing when it was all over.
No. Do you think David did it, or Dorian?
That would be my guess, but they both got great alibis. They were with Hank and me.
Well, of course they have alibis. They always have alibis.
Vicki, why don't you sit down for a second? Hank and I have looked at this from every angle, and we just can't come up with a way to reopen the case against Dorian. And I'm sorry, Vicki. But we don't have enough evidence.
I know that we were always on opposing sides of this issue, but I really am sorry, too. I know that getting justice for your father was very important to you.
Yes, it is. It still is. Oh, yes. Well, I'm just going to have to come to terms with what happened, right? In fact, we'll all have to come to terms with what happened, right?
Wow, your attitude is great.
Oh, I think at some point in your life you have to be a little realistic, don't you? After all, look what I have. I have a wonderful family, 3 terrific children. I have my sister here, and when you're surrounded by family, you can get past anything.
That's very true, and your family certainly deserves happiness.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And you know something else? I think that this family is going to get everything it deserves, finally. Now, I, for one, am going to have a brandy because I think changing a flat tire definitely calls for a brandy. Anybody else? Oh, very funny, Jessica. Bo, won't you join me in one?
Vicki, why don't you let me get that? Just sit down, okay?
No, don't worry. I'm perfectly all right.
So, Joey and I were thinking that we'd like to move into the carriage house, since nobody's using it now.
Well, what a good idea.
It is?
Well, it's a wonderful idea, isn't it? I mean, you get your independence, and I still have my 2 favorite sons close by.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, honey, you're very welcome.
That was easy. Thank you.
You don't have to thank me, you know. I only want what makes you happy. I'm exhausted. I think I'm going to go to bed now. Don't stay up too late.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, dear.
Good night.
Night, Mom.
Lots to do tomorrow. Lots to do.
You know, Mom seems like she's got her old energy back again.
Maybe this is a good sign.
I'll get it. Hello.
Hello, it's Dorian.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Don't you dare hang up on me.
Why not?
Because we've got things to settle. Right now. Or after, but I want that diary, and unless I get it back, all bets are off.
Whatever gave you the idea that you're in charge?
Maybe the fact that I am exactly who I say I am, whereas you are not.
Don't be ridiculous, Dorian.
I just offered you the best way to get me off your case. Give me that diary.
Oh, all right. I'll tell you what I can do. I will bring you what you want tomorrow.
No, tonight.
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to get some sleep. No, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, meet me by the bandshell in the park.
Okay.
And don't call here again.
Who was that?
That, believe it or not, was a telephone solicitor at this time of night. Well, I'm going to bed.
Vicky, wait. I'm sorry that things got so heated earlier when we talked. I didn't mean to push you, but I could see that you just seemed so upset. And I thought if you're feeling the old resentment toward me, maybe we should talk about it and get it out in the open.
I couldn't agree more.
So, do you think deep down you resent me for being Victor's daughter by Irene?
I don't really know why you think that I would blame you, Tina. I mean, you didn't ask for this, did you? You were born into this family by accident. It wasn't your choice, right? So I think the only person to blame is our father.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just afraid you were mad at me.
No, I'm not mad at you. Don't worry.
Well, whatever Victor did wrong, at least he gave us both a sister. And I'm grateful for that. Well, good night.
Good night.